Hope I don't be no witnesses. When we slide through, it's real niggas on the premises. You think you done seen it all, but this is just a genesis. Say you wanna run it, you better lace up your tennis. Ain't about how you can get it, nigga, it's how you finish it. We put in that work, and now it's time to reap the benefits. That's life work. Don't sweat. I got a bunch of soldiers I can go get. They think they doing something, they ain't no threat. And I ain't fell victim to you, holy shit. No sweat, no sweat. They try to be running through their whole set. They think they doing something, they ain't no threat. And I ain't fell victim to you, whole shit. My job is being the man, I'm still doing it. Now watch me eat these beats alive, not even chewing it. Gave these young niggas the game and then they ruin it. You might as well sit your ass down until I'm through it. I never beatboxing and freestyling with super shit. That nigga caught 15 years over some stupid shit. We used to dream about this rap thing becoming lucrative, but now my whole aim has changed. I'm chasing rulership. My dogs came to bring the pain, but we not Wu-Tang. We walk in, we shut shit down. That's how we do things. These rap niggas lie. We come to give you that true game. And all my rhymes based on a true story like 2 Chainz. Hotter than blue flames. We ain't cooling down though. Headed to the top. We started off at the ground floor. Y'all niggas brown nose like y'all on the down low. Game over. What you clowns still hanging around for? That's life work. Don't sweat. I got a bunch of soldiers I can go get. They think they doing something, they ain't no threat. And I ain't fell victim to you, holy shit. No sweat, no sweat. They try to be running through their whole set. They think they doing something, they ain't no threat. And I ain't fell victim to you, whole shit. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cause. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, the robber Lincoln shit tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yashra Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto and Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Want to be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide with the victim, I'm a static that ended. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites, blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yahshua Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection. No matter what the complexion, we got a common connection. A part of God's selection. A shot at the resurrection through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We know a debt because Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yahshua Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yahshua Allah to all my Israelites.
All right, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West in 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Commander General YAHANNA, this is the Wednesday law, I.S.U.P.K. Houston Wednesday law class. I'm Precinct Officer YAHANNA, and this is Precinct Officer Yeshaya. You understand? And Most High in Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring you this law, man, according to the scriptures, like we do every week. What I want to go over today, man, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of talk about what they got going. Is it the LGBT stuff? What they got?
This is supposedly be
Pride Month. So they got a whole good night. You understand? These people, I'm telling you, man, listen, that wicked spirit is taking over the whole planet, man.
right.
It's just taking over, especially over here in Babylon, man. New Babylon in America, man. It's like that vile spirit from times old, from the past. You understand? This ain't nothing new. The same spirit that's in America right now is the same spirit that was going around back, you know, in Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? The same spirit that was going on back then, man. And it's being magnified. You understand? That America has given a platform. America is a platform for all wickedness, all type of wickedness and manner. You understand? I was actually presented with a question before I actually get into my lesson. I was presented with a question offline. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, yeah. So I was presented with a question offline. I wanna read it for the class and answer it for the class, so we can get an understanding on that. The question was, what is the biblical meaning of the rainbow? Now, does anybody know? Anybody in here know the biblical meaning of the rainbow? Go ahead, Ron.
It was a sign that one of God's promises that saying he wouldn't destroy the earth with water anymore.
Right. Do you know the precept? I got it. I mean, if you it's to what if you don't. Right. Go to give me 1 second. Let's have it pulled up. Go to Genesis chapter 9. What do I want to start from? I want to start from 1. Let's start with Genesis 1, chapter 9, verse 1. Before you read though, so what the brother answered the question, you know what I'm saying? That was the perfect answer. Basically what the rainbow, the biblical sign of the rainbow, what the rainbow was for, it definitely wasn't for this LGBTQ LP NMNOP. You know what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't for that. You understand? It wasn't, that does not belong to these, you know, people that's going around wanting to be homosexuals, man. The rainbow don't belong to them. They have taken the rainbow and made it so vile that every time I see one, it's just, and it's supposed to be a sign for us. You understand? It's supposed to be a promise from the Most High that he's not gonna, you know, kill us all. It's a covenant. You know what I'm saying? It's an establishment. It's a sign for his covenant that he made with Noah. You understand? And all of us that came from the families of Noah, which that's how we repopulated the earth. If you don't know, that's how we're here today. You understand? We're from Shem. You know what I'm saying? Shem is one of Noah's sons. So the Lord made a covenant with Noah because Noah was, you know what I'm saying, he was righteous at the time. He said, like, the people was wicked, and the Lord had to destroy the earth. And it's actually it's perfect, you know what I'm saying, going into the lesson that I'm teaching today. Because the lesson I'm teaching today is just like different forms of fornication. You understand? Like fornication is unlawful sex, or it could be, you know, fornication of the spirit when you are being unclean in the spirit, you're being unlawful. You understand? But today we're talking about unlawful sex, whatever. So that's the fornication we speaking on. But this question was actually perfect to tie into the lesson because you understand that's why the Lord destroyed the earth then.
Right.
Because of all the sin and fornications and the wickedness and everything that was going on in the earth. So the Lord said, you know what, to hell with all that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So like I said, if I could,
yeah, no sweat.
It's such a mockery how the LGBT or how the white man would put a law saying that you can marry another man, a man can marry another man, or a woman can marry.
If I could, you can use this mic. Do we have a mic out there for y'all have a mic? Okay, well, Ron probably gonna need a mic. So if you go ahead, you can use that for right now. You can just use this one if you need.
Come on, sir. So like I said, if I could, it's a mockery of how the white man's law system says that a man can marry another man and a woman can marry another man. I mean another woman. And they use it as their symbol of abomination.
Yeah.
You know, it's a mockery to say that this is the symbol to that you know what I'm saying, that we stand on. You know, so when you see that rainbow, you think LGBT or a man marrying a man or a woman marrying a woman, or pedophilia and stuff like that. Things associated with that world. And it's against the Lord. You know, that symbol was supposed to be a war symbol saying, I won't destroy the earth again with water, but with fire.
Right. And like I said, exactly what the brother said was heavy. And it's supposed to be a symbol of, you understand, the covenant that the Lord made with us, man. And you know what I'm saying? Just the white man is so wicked, man, that he's going to take, like, this ain't the first thing that he's taken from our culture and just completely ruined it, or just completely misrepresented it. You understand? It's no different from when the white man got a hold to this Bible. You understand? Like, because a lot of people think that the white man wrote the Bible because the white man is so come get this microphone. The white man is so he's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
And the devil means deceiver. He's such a deceiver that he's deceived the world so much that when he took this Bible and manipulated certain things that's in this Bible, you understand, he made people feel like, he made especially like our people, you understand, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, he made them feel like that he wrote the Bible.
Right.
You understand? But that's because they don't read the Bible. If you read the Bible, you would understand that the Lord don't even want you mingling with these people.
Right.
You understand? The Lord don't want you make marriages with them. The Lord don't want you fornicating with them. The Lord don't want you dealing with them in a manner like you deal with your brothers and your sisters. You understand? Now, doing business with them or just having to tolerate them as, you know, being, you know, under their rulership, that's a different story. You understand? We was in Egypt. Like when see, a lot of people get it twisted. You understand? A lot of people get it twisted when the scriptures say separate. A lot of people think, okay, well, we're not supposed to talk to them. We're not supposed to have no dealings with them. Well, that's pretty much impossible, if you will. You understand? In their kingdom. Because guess what? Who owns everything? The white man owns everything. You got to go to slavery. Guess what? When you go to slavery, like 9 out of 10 times, you working for a white man. You ain't working for a black, you know what I'm saying, a brother. Right. And if you do work for a brother, Most High in Christ, you understand? Like, I would advise anybody that can get a job where they working under, you understand, our own people. That would be, you know, that would be cool. But even then, so our people so destroyed that they'll be oppressing you just like the white man will be oppressing you. You understand? Because they're not in the truth. But back to what I was saying, as far as separating, people feel like, oh, you don't, you know, when we say separate, well, you don't supposed to do this, you don't supposed to deal with them, you don't supposed to get food stamps, you don't supposed to do it. It's not saying, you understand, you can't, you know, use get what you need. You understand? Use them for what you need. It ain't saying you can't do business with them. You can't buy and sell with them. Like, if that's the case, you're gonna be walking around here butt naked. You ain't got no clothes, you ain't got no food in your house, you ain't got nothing. If you did the scripture saying separate, meaning you can't deal with them in no way, where you gonna get your clothes from? Where you gonna get your food from? How you gonna pay your lights? How you gonna, like, the white man owns all that? You understand? So you can do business with them, but you don't need to be in a sense, like how you treat your brother, how you should treat your brother and your sister, how you love your brother and your sister, how you protect your brother and your sister, how you fight for your brother and your sister. You shouldn't do that with the white man. You understand? Damn the white man. That's what me. You can just put it to the side. I don't want the water's here. You don't, damn that. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to be doing that with the white man. You understand? But your brother, but that's our problem. We love our oppressors more than we love each other. You understand? Go ahead.
And if I could, sir, that's a heavy point that you're bringing out, because fake Israelite camps will say that. You know what I'm saying? They would break it down is you're not supposed to be dealing with them at no means at all, which forced them to hypocrisy, to be a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? In I.S.U.P.K, here in the home of the truth, we have the truth. We will give you the correct understanding and the correct breakdown on these scriptures and the laws.
And see, the thing about the fake Israelites, which I don't really like to call them now, I just like to say Christian, because that's what they are. They actually do the opposite. Like, you know what I'm saying? They actually will allow the white man into their camps. They will allow the white man infiltrate, you understand, what they got going on. And they promote it. Right. That's why you don't see nobody else out here saying the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? They'll do that. Just I wish I had footage, man. You understand? I was at camp. Who was at camp? I want to say it was last week. You understand? I got there a little early. And the purple pandas happen to be out there. You understand? The supporters of the LGBT community. They just so happen to be out there. And I seen them standing on the corner. They was passing out flyers. And they was passing out flyers, but they didn't stop. Like, when you see the white man walk up, they still trying to get a white man to flyer. And I'm like, good night. You understand? Like, you passing out flyers to your brothers and sisters. You trying to, you are so-called supposed to be a solution to black people problems. But the problem is the white man, and you trying to bring the white man into, you know what I'm saying? You passing out flyers to the white man. What are you doing that for? How are you supposed to provide a solution for black people when you are trying to, mix them and mingle them with our oppressor? That's the same thing that Orgy Mike did. He loved the white woman so much that he wanted to, get us to be, what's the word? Integrated. You understand? Salakia. He wanted us to be integrated with these people so much, man. And so that's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why we're in the predicament we in now. You understand? So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? What jump as far as the with Genesis, man, with the rainbow, that's what that signifies. It signifies the covenant with the Most High. You understand? Give me Genesis. We're gonna start 9, start at verse 1.
Come on, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 1. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
So now after the flood, after Noah and his family and the animals and stuff, everything was after the flood, they were saved, they came out the ark or whatever, and the Lord, came to him and let him know, like, okay, now here are your further instructions. You understand? He say, and God blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. So guess what? That still sticks today. That's why, how the hell you gonna be fruitful and multiply and you out here men sleeping with men? Right. You can't multiply nothing. You can't multiply nothing. Hold on, so like a holy peace. You can't multiply nothing with men sleeping with men. You can't multiply nothing women sleeping with women. You understand? It is not a natural thing for a woman to sleep with a woman. They tawab. They don't need no more. It's a lot. It's not natural for a woman to sleep with a woman. It's not natural for a man to sleep with a man. You understand? Like, that's not a natural thing to do. You understand? And you have to be some sort of mentally ill to feel like that's okay. You understand? A baby is taught everything from birth. A baby is taught everything. A baby is not born homosexual. Just like a baby is not born a killer. That baby has to be taught that. You understand? That baby has to be taught to eat. How the baby is born a killer? How the hell a baby born a homosexual and the baby don't even know how to wipe their own butt? How the hell? You show me a baby that know how to wipe their own butt. You understand? And I tell you, you got a great baby. You ain't got to change no diapers. They come out the womb knowing how to, use the restroom on their own. They know how to eat, feed themselves and all that. You show me a baby like that, and I show you got an excellent baby. But don't no baby come out the womb like that. Every baby has to be taught everything it knows, including homosexuality. It don't make no sense. What puts homosexuality at such a high regard that, the baby is born and don't know how to do nothing else, but the baby know how to come out and be a homosexual? You understand? You get the point. You see how wicked that is, that the white man pushing that agenda that, no, you were born that way. It's okay. No, you wasn't born that way. How the hell you born that way? Like, you ain't born you ain't born knowing how to do nothing else. You don't know how to see right. You don't even know how to look and smell, and you don't even know your senses, but you know you're homosexual from birth. That don't even make sense. But the white man will have you sitting there believing that. No, what you have is a mental condition. You understand? So, go ahead. So it said, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth. You understand? You're supposed to keep that going, man. You got to be fruitful, multiply. You understand? You had some?
I had a precept for you, sir.
I want to try to get through the lesson.
Come on, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We got to be fruitful and multiply, man. You understand? That's what that's about. That LGBT, that lets you know right here. This is talking about this. We're going to go into the rainbow. You understand? But that's how the Lord works. This how perfect the scriptures are. The first verse, when we talk about the rainbow, on the first verse, as soon as they come out the ark, he tell them straight up, y'all need to be fruitful and multiply. What that mean? That means no homosexuality, anti-homo, no homo. You understand? You know how we say no homo? That's what the Lord is telling Noah in this fact. No homo. You understand? No homo. We don't do all that. Y'all need to be fruitful and multiply. You understand? Replenish the earth. Go ahead.
Come, verse 2. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth.
Now the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast, meaning the animals are gonna fear you. You gonna have the dominion over those animals. Those animals are gonna naturally respect you as the what's the word I could put, like the hierarchy species. You understand? Like the hierarchy as the superior being. You understand? Over them. The animals are gonna, you know what I'm saying, respect you, and they're gonna fear you and dread you. Like they're gonna know, okay, they have dominion over us. Go ahead.
Come, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth.
Upon all that moveth upon the earth. You understand? Go ahead.
Come, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered.
The Lord gave us everything from when we stepped out that ark. The Lord said, here it is. Now, do what I told you to do. You understand? We're going to try this again. Adam and Eve, they didn't do a good job. You understand? Now, let's see if you can handle this. You understand? Go ahead.
Come, verse 3. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things.
Now it says, every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. Now, Christian or damn weed head or damn, you know what I'm saying? They're going to take this verse and, good night. You're gonna have a battle on your hands trying to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to go into several places and pull, multiple precepts. You understand? It says, read it again.
Come, every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things.
So they're gonna say, Christian. First of all, we're gonna start with the Christians, because the Christians gonna say, well, it says every meat shall every liveth, every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. So you mean tell me, okay? So if every moving thing, So everything on the earth, it shall be me. So I mean, you supposed to eat everything. So like it says, my ribs. And y'all need to get some more chairs out there. Let me get the brother. Get that chair right there for me. Japan. The scooter. Wherever you want to sit, sis. You can sit anywhere. It's every single thing, everything that walking, moveth on the earth is for meat for you. So is that saying? So what they saying? You can eat crab, shrimp, lobster, pork. You can eat all these things, right? Because that's what it says in Genesis, right? They're gonna say every moving thing shall be meat for you. So name me something that you find disgusting. Y'all name me something that you find disgusting. Anything, something. Not okay. Okay, how can I put it? You and y'all in the truth, right? So don't think like a person in the truth. Think like, just name anything like a normal person. Like you wouldn't eat that. There's no way in hell you would eat that. That's like an animal or creature. Okay, right. Let's say octopus, right? Well, we know the Chinese people eat that. You understand? They think that's a delicacy, but we wouldn't dare touch that. You understand? But is this verse saying? Because it say every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Is this verse saying you can eat octopus? Hell no. You understand? If y'all, like, a lot of our people don't understand that Adam and Eve Adam had the law. They was keeping the law in the garden. You understand? That's why when the serpent deceived Eve, that's when everything fell apart, because how would they know what not to do? You understand? If they didn't have the law. They had the law. Adam had the law. You understand? So with that being said, they wasn't eating every living thing that crawled up on the earth. They ate the things that's lawful, the clean food that you could eat. You understand? So when this scripture is saying every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, it's not saying you can go eat these things. Everything is on the earth for a purpose. What is the purpose of shrimp, crab, and lobster? And crawfish? Raise your hand with you. Let me see the brother. Go ahead.
Clean the ocean. Clean
the ocean, right? It's like the nourishment of the ocean. It's to make sure all the stuff that, because there's a lot of nasty stuff that I was talking about it last week. A lot of nasty stuff that fall at the bottom of the ocean. We don't go into detail this week. You understand? But that's what them shrimp, crab, and lobster is there for. It's like nourishment for that water. Guess what? You want to go swimming on the ocean, you understand? How you gonna go in that dirty water? Ain't no telling what the hell, you know what I'm saying? You get in there, you didn't have these species cleaning the bottom of the ocean. You can't go down there with a broom and a dustpan and clean the ocean. You understand? That's what they there for. So if you eat them all, then guess what? You just gonna be swimming in dirty waters. You're gonna be the clean foods that's in the water that you can eat, like trout or something like that, is gonna be dirty because it's not clean. The ocean is dirty. So that's what these other living species are for. It's for nourishment of the earth as well. It ain't for you to eat. You understand? Now you got food that you can eat that has protein and nourishment. You know, you can eat a cow. You can eat beef. You understand? You can eat chicken. That's lawful. That's nourishment for your body. But guess what? The earth needs nourishment too. And those are what those animals are for. They ain't for you to digest. You understand? And then the second part, read the second part. What's it? Even as?
Even as the green herb have I given you all things.
Boy, here come the weed heads. Here come the pot heads. You understand? And trust me, listen, I was a full-fledged weed smoker. You understand? I mean, and we all, like, I ain't no different than my brothers. We all came in this thing. We was, you know, you understand? We fogging it out. You understand? This every day, all day, wake and bake, all that. Understand? We are not new to this. But the thing is, the marijuana is not here on the earth for us to smoke. You understand? None of these herbs are here for us to smoke. What are herbs for? Go ahead, Ron.
For seasoning and medical reasons.
For nourishment, for health reasons, for you can use it, like you say, for seasoning, you know what I'm saying, to give it a little flavor, but mostly for medicinal purposes. Every herb that you know that grows from the ground has some type of benefits health-wise, right? It provides some type of benefit. Even marijuana does. We do understand this, right? Marijuana provides benefits for those who may have problems with dry eyes. You know what I'm saying? Or those I believe it also can help with cancer, certain things, you understand, but you have to go get that approved by a doctor. You got to go get diagnosed with that, right? Now, when you smoke, okay, let me ask you this. Will you roll up broccoli and smoke it? Hell no. Why? Something is not right. Like, you just won't do it because you know broccoli is meant to be eaten. It's an herb. It's a green. It's something that you eat for whatever benefits that have. Or some people may not say broccoli. Okay, let's say greens, spinach, any of that. You understand? You don't roll up just grass from the ground. You don't just pick up grass and just put it in. Some retarded fool may do it. You understand? But you gonna kill yourself trying to smoke grass. You understand? Now, just like marijuana, just like any other herb, give me Genesis chapter 1, where it talks about in the creation, where it talks about the meat, the herbs and stuff for the meat. I think it's maybe verse. Yeah, read it for me.
Come on. The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass,
mm-hmm.
the herb yielding seed,
right,
and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself
mm-hmm.
upon the earth." And it was so. Verse 12. And the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed
mm-hmm.
after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit,
mm-hmm.
whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good.
Mm-hmm. Give me the part where it says it shall be for nourishment. Is that in chapter 1?
It's going to be 29, I believe.
Read it.
And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed,
mm-hmm.
which is upon the face of all the earth,
mm-hmm.
and
mm-hmm.
every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Right.
To you it shall be for meat."
That's what I wanted. To you it shall be for meat. Just like, okay, now what do you do with meat? You eat meat. You don't smoke meat. You don't roll up, ground beef, put it in the blunt and just and smoke it. You eat that. You understand why? Because ground beef, protein or whatever other nourishment. Chicken may have nourishment. Lawful fishes, they have different types of nourishment for your body. You know what I'm saying? You need to eat to survive. You understand? That's what these herbs are on the earth for, to eat, not to smoke. Now, with this verse in chapter 9, verse 3 in Genesis, it says, "Even as the green herb have I given you all things." The Lord he gave you this, but not to use it in the unlawful way. If I said all that to say that, you understand? If that makes sense. He give us all these things. He give us, all these animals. He give us, the herbs. He give us everything. We have dominion over everything on the earth. He gave us all this. This whole earth belongs to us. You understand? But guess what? We are not to utilize it in an unlawful manner. We're not to go, having sex with animals. That's not lawful. That's unlawful. You understand? They're not there for that. They're not there for a pig is not there for you to eat the pig. Pig has its own reasons why it's on the earth. You understand? That's what the Lord decided. It ain't for, you understand, for you to be sitting there eating it. It's unclean. If the Lord said, and I don't question, I don't go into like, well, why did the Lord say this? I don't care. If the Lord says unclean, it's unclean. The Lord say don't smoke, don't smoke. It's that simple. And don't go seeking out doctors that's gonna tell you, yeah, you can use this herb or whatever, you can do this. No, go get a real diagnosis. You understand? The scriptures say, honor a physician with the honor due unto them. I'm paraphrasing. You understand? Like, you have to go to a doctor and they have to see that you are medically, you need whatever this product that they giving you. For instance, they're not gonna prescribe you weed for back pain. They're gonna probably give you some ibuprofen, or if it's real bad, they may give you some Vicodin or something like that, some type of painkiller. Well, guess what? If the doctor prescribes it, it's not unlawful. But guess what? You're not finna smoke it. You understand? It can come in a pill form, sometimes liquid form, or whatever, depending on what it is. You understand? But you're not gonna abuse it. That's what it's. These things on the earth are not for us to abuse it. So, and for those that's new, that just walked in, we answering the question that was asked offline about the significance of the rainbow and what it stands for biblically. So that's what we're going over with, Genesis chapter 9. So this is when, right after, if y'all familiar with the flood story, this is right after Noah, you understand, them got off the ark, and the Lord basically gave them the instructions from there on. You understand? In verse 1, it told them straight off the boat, you understand, be fruitful and multiply. So that lets you know right there, this rainbow damn sure don't mean men sleep with men. You understand? Like we already got that understood after the Lord made that clear in verse 1. You understand? He said, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. We and now, most of all, in this time that we living in now, and see, I said I wasn't gonna be long today, but I always end up saying I'm not gonna be that long today, and the Lord say otherwise. I'm gonna stop saying it. When I say it, the Lord said different. You understand? But it should now of all times, you understand? Now should be a time where we should be focused on replenishing the earth because we dying at a high rate. I just brought out what a couple weeks ago when we were talking about abortion. Well, babies are dying, black babies are dying at the rate of 500,000 per year. You understand? So now should be the time where we should be thinking more so we need to really replenish. You understand? Make sure you turn around. Don't pay attention. YAHANNA. You need to replenish the earth. That's what we in a time now where that's what we need to do. We dying at a high rate. The white man killing us all. Our sisters killing our babies, you understand, at a high rate. So guess what? Our mindset should be, look, I want 4 and 5 kids. I'm trying to, you understand, hey, pop them as long as you young and fertile, don't pop them out while you can. You understand? We need to replenish this earth, man. How you gonna replenish the earth when you, you know what I'm saying, you got the white man out here promoting LGBTQST. You understand? Like all type of, they can add the P to it and two for pedophiles. They had all type of, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna replenish the earth, man? When you ain't, you know, homosexuality, you can't replenish the earth like that. So keep going. Verse 4.
Going. Verse 4. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat.
So it's telling you right now, you're not supposed to be eating no animal that's alive and bleeding and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be eating that. For these cannibals, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't even know what the hell they call them, man. Eating raw meat and stuff, man. You know, I like my meat well done. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't even like rare. My steaks, you can't eat medium rare, none of that. I need it well done. I need it to look like, I don't want it burnt, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it too far from it either. You understand? I like my stuff well done, man. I don't like no blood coming from my meat. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 5. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Verse 6. Whoso shed man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man.
Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. It's no different from when, you know, when the Lord say, you know, when the precept, he that, I'm a paraphrase because, you know, I don't want to be all day. But I believe it's Revelation 9 and 13. I could be mistaken. Where it say, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword shall be killed with the sword. It's no different. You understand? Like you out here, you know what I'm saying, doing unlawful things. Guess what? Those unlawful things are going to come back upon you. Things are like it's going to happen. You know, the old saying, you know, wise tale from the old folks say, well, go around, come around. You out here, you killing and stuff like that. Guess what? Your blood shall be shed by the hands of man too. You understand? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 7. And you be ye fruitful.
Do what?
And be ye fruitful.
He had to repeat it. This is how serious the Lord is. He ain't playing. He say, and you be ye fruitful. Make sure you ain't forget that. I'm telling you a whole bunch of other stuff in between, but let me come back to what I said at first. Be ye fruitful. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know this is a Negro book. Not Negro, Salaki for that. This is a Black, Hispanic, and Native American book. You understand? It say, be ye, you have to repeat itself. You know how Black folk, we love to repeat ourselves. You got to make sure the message is clear. Be ye fruitful. You understand? Go ahead.
Come. And multiply. Bring forth abundantly.
Bring forth abundantly. Meaning bring forth a lot. Make full again. Make straight homes great again. You understand? Make yeah, like that's what it's talking about. Be abundant. You understand? Go ahead.
Come in the earth and multiply therein. Verse 8.
Now here's the part where, you know, we get into the juicy part. Go ahead.
Come. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, and I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you.
So he established his covenant with Noah and his sons and with their seeds. So that means us all the way down. We are from Shem. Shem is Noah's son, right? So from Noah to his seeds, to their seeds, and so on and so forth. This is what this covenant that the Lord is establishing with. He's establishing it with us. You understand? Go ahead.
Come, verse 10. And with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth.
This is talking about, this is for everything. Go ahead.
Come, verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off anymore by the waters of a flood.
So this is what the Lord, and this is a prophecy too, because I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been living on the earth that long, but since I've been living on the earth, the Lord hasn't flooded the earth again. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't killed off everybody with water. You understand? The next time this destruction is going to come to this earth, it's going to be by fire.
Right.
You understand? We understand that. It ain't going to be by water, but he promised us he's not going to do it by water no more. You understand? Go ahead.
Come. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. Verse 12. And God said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations.
For perpetual generations. You understand? This is the covenant that he has made with us for perpetual generations. And he's given us a token of that covenant. You understand? That token has been just misrepresented. I mean, it's just to the point where I don't even like to look at it. It's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight to look in the cloud and see a rainbow. But it's like when I see the rainbow, the first thing, why can't the first thing I think of is the Most High in this covenant, in this token that the Lord is. The first thing I think of is gay stuff. You know, I'm like, man, it's just homosexual, like to see a rainbow. And I think to myself, man, am I homosexual for liking a rainbow? Is it, you know, I don't even know. I have to question myself. Like maybe if I look in the sky, I see it. If I like the sight, if it's a beautiful sight, I start questioning myself. Like, damn, had Babylon got to me too? You understand? I mean, it's a beautiful thing. You see a rainbow, it's beautiful. But I mean, they have taken it and it's just made it so wicked and vile. You understand?
Right.
Keep on.
Come, verse 13. I do set my bow in the cloud.
I do set my bow in the cloud. Go ahead.
Come. And it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
This is a token that the Lord, like, it's like, I don't want to use it because that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of watered down, you know what I'm saying, compared to the Most High. But it's like, you know, when you give a person a token of your appreciation or like a promise, or, you know, a woman a promise ring or something, you're supposed to be making no promises anyway. I'm just trying to give an example, you know, it's the Lord, right, that we talk about. He said this is what he's given us to show us as a sign. So that way, when we, you know, when it thunder and it lightning, because a lot of us, you know, not me per se, but a lot of, you know, especially women, they get scared when they get the lightning and thundering and stuff like that, you know, and you think of flood, you know, we live down south where it flood a lot, you understand? But you get scared and stuff. But guess what? After that storm, after that strong storm, you look up in the clouds and you see this beautiful rainbow, you understand? It's for you to remember, okay, I shouldn't be afraid that the Lord is going to destroy this earth again by water, you understand? Because it could be, I mean, you know, hurricanes get to hitting. It could get a little, you know, you can get a little anxiety from it. You understand? It can be a scary sight. I mean, we used to it down south, but you know, other people that ain't used to it, it could, you know, it could scare them. But that's what that rainbow is for. It's for you to look in the cloud and you see that rainbow. You're like, okay, it's a reminder. Like, yeah, the Lord is reminding me that He's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? He just sending a little sign like, hey, I need to get together, but I ain't gonna kill you with the water. Just, you know, get it together. That's what this token is for. You understand? Ain't for no damn. No fruity stuff, man. You know, I don't even the term fruity came. Like, I don't even know if that term. I don't know if it came from fruity pebbles or whatever, because you know they different colors. I don't really know, but I mean, all of it is like it just seems like it revolves around the rainbow. It all this gay terminology, everything that they use, it just seems like they just took the rainbow and just turned it into just something. It's just something horrific, man. It's like out of a horror gay flick. You understand? It's a horrible thing, vile and disgusting, man. You know what I'm saying? And the rainbow shouldn't even be like that, man. Because that's, I mean, it's like I said, it's such a beautiful sight to behold. I mean, have anybody actually seen a rainbow? Like, y'all seen it, right? It's beautiful. And some of them are like big. You can stretch from one side of the city to the other. You understand? And some of them come out, you know, some of them come a couple of colors. Some of them have like 5 or 6, 7 colors. You know what I mean? It'd be real beautiful, man. And that's how we should remember. You know, they shouldn't be looked at as no, homosexual stuff. But you know, America, man, they I just seen an article where they had I think it was, I don't know what city or what state it was in, but they had hung up a gay flag with the it was like the first time in the history of the state or something like that, where the mayor hung up a flag with the, like, they had the American flag, then they had I forgot, it seemed like it was like some type of consulate building or a capitol building or something. Then they was raising up the rainbow flag right up under it. I mean, good night. You can't tell me that we're not living in modern day Babylon, man. It's horrible. Like, we have to pay attention to the signs, and that should make us go even harder. That should make us understand that what we witnessing, like, we can't take it lightly. We can't look at this stuff and be like, take it for granted. Whatever, I'm doing me. I'm living my life. Whatever. Woo woo. No, we need to look at these things. We read in the Bible. It's telling us about this stuff, and then when we see it for ourselves and we still not taking it seriously, that's when the Lord is going to deal with you. That's when the Lord is going to say, it seems like you just blatantly don't care about what I'm showing you. You understand? What we see in this earth, like, we don't have that much time. I'm telling you now, like, we've been saying this for a while. We are living in the last days. Obviously, nobody knows the day of the hour. We don't know when that's going to come. You know what I'm saying? It could be tomorrow. It could be 100 years from now. It could be 1,000 years. We don't know. But we do know that we are the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The things that talk about in Revelation, we are witnessing the things that the prophets of old prophesied what they was going to see in the end time. We are seeing it. We are hearing about the wars and the rumors of wars. We're seeing the wars over there in the Middle East. You understand? That's what World War III is going to, like, war. If y'all don't really know, World War III really is already underway. You know what I'm saying? Wars don't start off with big bombs just dropping all over the place. Wars start off with small what's those things when one country will stop you from buying, doing trading between countries? Go ahead. Huh? Tariff. Like tariff is another word. Go ahead. Trading wars, but it's a word that I'm looking for that they actually use. Go ahead. Mercantilism. Huh? Mercantilism. You're going too much. You're going too there. I don't even know what the hell that is. Go ahead, Rob.
It's like Bordeaux.
Yeah, it's like, man, I don't know if that's it either, but all y'all right. You understand? Let's just put it like, everybody that said the answer is right. You understand? That's exactly what it is. And what happens is, that's how the war started. It's like, okay, well, now, like, okay, for example, Trump just announced not too long ago, well, he's stopping planes from going from here to, what was it, Cuba? Are anybody else familiar with that? I know I read an article where it says Trump had postponed or canceled flights, any flight coming to and from Cuba. That's how wars, that's what I mean by that's how wars are like played out. It's a little small thing. I'm not saying America's at war with Cuba, but I'm just giving an example of what they'll do. They'll stop that country from bringing in goods to this country. It's like they on strike or something. It's a word that represents that, and y'all didn't say it, but what y'all saying is right. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But it's like they're going on strike. Like, okay, if they got a war with Korea, right? Well, guess what? What Koreans make? What, I think Samsung, maybe. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Samsung is like out of Korea. Well, guess what? If you got a Samsung phone, I mean, you already got it. But no new phones are coming. Like, if they had like a real war, no new phones are coming. Like, so if and the same thing with these other countries, like Israel and Iran and stuff. I'm pretty sure 10 out of 10 times ain't no trading going back and forth. The only thing going back and forth trading with them is bullets. You understand? Ain't no, they already put man, I can't. It's something that they put on another country where they cannot do no type of trading. You understand? And America has a lot of power. A lot of y'all don't know. That's why Gaddafi got killed, because America, the worldwide currency, the worldwide known popular currency is the U.S. dollar. Meaning the U.S. dollar can be traded throughout multiple countries for, for stuff. Well, Gaddafi was, and I'm going into some whole different, but I have to explain this. Gaddafi died or got killed because he didn't want to have that one world currency. He didn't want to operate under that. He knew that the American dollar had no significance. It had no gold. There's no gold really backing it up. I mean, that's going into like some conspiracy stuff, but just know that the American dollar is really not worth nothing. That's why when you go to trade it to other countries, like for money, your value that you're getting back is not much. So for every dollar, I think it's worth maybe like, even in Europe, like the Europe currency is worth more. You know what I'm saying? If you got Europe currency and you trade it into American currency, you're going to get more US dollars back from that currency. Like, I don't know if y'all lost y'all, but y'all understand where I'm coming from, right? So even China, if you go to China, you're going to get more for, like, you take a dollar, it used to be worth more. Like, used to take a dollar, get 10 pesos. I don't think that's the same, you know, I don't know if that's the same now. Maybe with Mexico, because Mexico is still, you know, North America. But if you go somewhere else, that dollar is not going to hold that much value. You have to be rich to get a lot of money back. All right, so that's going off topic, but the point is we see what the scriptures is talking about as far as prophecy and, you know, ending times, and we looking at these signs and we reading the Bible, and it's like we still not taking it serious. We're not taking it serious enough, because we can always do more. You understand? We can always, you know, we need to think about that when we at home. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, think about that when you know, you ain't prepared for you got a lesson to teach and you just lollygagging around. Think about what's at stake. Think about the stuff that's going on and how the world is coming to an end, and we need to wake our people up. So then that's gonna make you motivate. Okay, I need to get this lesson. I need to get this ready. You ain't doing nothing. Sisters, think about that when you mouthing off at your husband at home. Think about, you know, the signs, and think about what's at stake. Do you really want to waste time and waste your breath fighting with your man? Or do you want to make a positive impact? You understand? Do something that for your people that's going to help us get up out of this condition. Because what we are, like, what y'all don't understand is we could provoke the Most High to send the angels and Christ. You understand? And this place could be done. I mean, y'all love living here. I mean, if y'all love it, you understand what I'm saying? The Lord, you think the Lord is going to be provoked to send Christ and the angels to destroy this place, and we around here living our best life? We around here, oh, it's all good. We good. You know what I'm saying? I'm free. Meanwhile, we are in deep oppression. We are going through, this is not the life. This is tough. You know what I'm saying? Every single day. And we walking around here like it's cool. So the Lord not going to be provoked to send Christ and the angels. We could do that. Guess what? Multiply, be fruitful, multiply. You understand? That's the first step. Go out and teach this truth, sisters. You know, do what you're supposed to do. Put your brick in too. That's how we're gonna come about it as hell, man. That's what the Lord is talking about, man. You know, you out here at these gay festivals and stuff, talking about LGBT and all of that. The Lord damn sure ain't finna, you know what I'm saying, try to get us out this hell. You out here, it's horrible. You had something?
Oh, come. So you brought out a heavy point about how they was like at some major like a court or something, how they was raising the flag,
right.
The pride flag. Mm-hmm. Throughout history, a flag has been significant unto military structure. So that's kind of showing like what we are up against in society. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are up against the homosexual community. They have a whole goddamn army against, you know what I'm saying, what's right. Mm-hmm. And then like homosexuality is taught. So they are saying like this is the new wave, or this is what you should be introduced to, or this is what you should be persuaded into. You know what I'm saying? This is an option. Right.
You know what? Not to cut you off, but that's an excellent word to use. It's the new wave. It's a trend. Like, this is the new trend. I'm seeing a lot of youngsters. You understand? It's so easy that's why the scriptures say train the child in the way they should go, and they'll never depart from it, because it's so easy to influence the youth if they don't have that strong influence at home. You understand? Like, if you don't have parents at home, like us in the truth, I know we're going to get on our kids behind. You understand? We're going to be on top of it. But for those of our people that's not in the truth, it's so easy for them to be influenced by the things that they see, because guess what? The first new rapper that come out wearing skinny jeans and, look at 6ix9ine. Like, we laugh at it, but let's be honest. This brother, because he is a brother, sometimes I be questioning it, you know what I'm saying? But he is a brother. He's a Hispanic brother. This brother he influenced millions of young people. Not even just young people, even some grown-ups. You understand? But then he had let's just really think about the magnitude of his impact. Like, before all the stuff came out about him being a snitch and all of that, this young man had a whole wave of people. Like his videos, I'm talking about, you go on YouTube, his videos, you know, upwards of 100 million views. 100 million people. That's a lot. Do you know how much people that is? That's a big influence. You out here rainbow color hair. You talking about blinky this, blinky that. It's like you were sending multiple signals. You don't know what the hell you want to be. You don't know if you want to be gay, gangster. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what. Gangbanger, snitch. You understand? He was conflicting within himself. But guess what? The population of our people, man, the black, young black, Hispanics, and Native Americans was like on that wave, relating to him, doing all these things. And not just him. I'm just naming him as one. It's so many influential, you know, figures out now. It's like a propaganda. You know what I'm saying? They wearing dresses and skirts and purses. I'm like, man, what the hell? You know, rapper got a purse? They say, no, it's a bag. You got to get the bag. No, hell no, I ain't got to get no damn bag. The hell? I don't even keep my money in the wallet. Hey, look, I put my money under the bed mattress. I'm old school. I don't even need a damn wallet. You know what I'm saying? My rib had to force me to get one. She bought one for me. I didn't even want a wallet. And they walking around with purses. You understand? Like, that's horrible, man. And guess what? These youngsters gonna see that. They're like, yeah, I got the bag. And they holding the purse. And they're like, I don't even carry a woman purse. I don't even get hell. No, I ain't touching that. You better, it's like a foreign thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't give me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to know. And that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Our grandmothers and stuff, it's kind of like force that on us too. Like that gentleman propaganda, like, oh, do this for that. Like that softens our brothers. Not saying don't be sweet to your woman. Not saying don't, like, okay, I don't want to say this in a way where sister's gonna take it like, hey, you know, like you savage, you know what I'm saying? You should, if a brother want to open up door for his woman, it should be his choice. The man is the head. This is what we gotta understand. Now, keep in mind, it's a biblical thing for us to go out our way for our woman. It's a biblical thing. Like, remember, you know, in the curses where it talk about we wouldn't even like let the sole of her foot touch the ground. So guess what? How in the hell else is she gonna get around? Brothers was carrying her. You understand? Brothers was carrying that woman, and not, you know, that's what you would translate into what our grandmas, I guess, was trying to instill in us about the whole gentleman thing. But what they did, not knowingly, what they did was soften up, you know what I'm saying, our men. We didn't carry our women because we felt obligated to. We carried our women because they were so precious to us. This is something this is my possession. This is my woman. She is a virtuous woman. She's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Smelling all good and like, you know what I'm saying? Like cotton candy and cocoa butter. You understand? So yeah, I'm not gonna let her know. I want to carry mine. This is mine. You understand? And you letting everybody else know, yeah, what? Yeah, this is mine right here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't even look. I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not abnormal for you to want to open the door for your woman or, you know, be the first, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, too, it's also should be something that's optional. It should be what you want. You know what I'm saying? Your woman shouldn't be telling you, ain't you gonna get the door for me? You should be, just shut up and look beautiful and let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me lead the way. That's what you need to do. You don't need to be opening up your mouth. You understand? And another thing too, when you let the woman, you open the door for the woman, you let the woman go in first, you really not protecting her because you don't know what the hell is on the other side of that door. You like everybody, they push this agenda like it's really backwards. Our brothers really was like canvassing areas. Like, I'm not gonna let my woman walk in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I wouldn't mind her walking on the side of me a little bit, but I would prefer her to kind of, you know, walk a little bit behind me because I'm, you know what I'm saying? You don't want, why would you put her in front of you? If a bullet coming that way, guess what? It's gonna hit her first. People don't think like that. You think like, oh, it's the proper way to do things. No, that's what you were taught. That's not the right way to do things. You don't, when you're going into a building or a restaurant or anything, you don't know what the hell is in there. You want to, I mean, if you really just want her to walk in first, at least, you know, hold her hand, step in, look around, you know what I'm saying? Check it out first. You don't just be so quick to open the door and brothers, don't be weak. Don't let her just tell you what you're supposed to do. You the man, you take charge. You know you got to make sure that whatever's secure before you allow your woman to go into a situation. You do take initiative. You understand? Brothers got to do that. And a woman love that. despite what they may think. You understand? A woman want a man that's going to take initiative and do what they're supposed to do. But I'm taught her, I'm not going to even get to my lesson today. You know what I'm saying? We just going to have to carry that on next week. But the point of what I'm trying to make is we need to stop living how America is perpetuating us to live, because it ain't nothing right. Think about everything that America teaches us and then read the Bible. That's all you need right there. Everything that America teaches us is definitely contradictory. I think that's a word, Salakia, if it's not, to the Bible. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? We niggas, you understand? We make up words on the fly. It's okay. It's a white man curriculum anyway. I don't give a damn about it. We speak Hebrew. I ain't gonna mess up those words, you understand? But it's not what, it's going against the Bible. You understand? Anything that America is teaching you is definitely not what the Lord wants you to know. What happened? You got something?
Oh, come on, sir.
Go ahead.
And then like how the whole LGBT community and you know how that came about, and you know the flag and what it symbolized and everything. It's nothing new. It's not like you know it just came up out of nowhere. For years and years, this agenda has been pushed, and now it has hit mainstream.
Well, that's the thing. This is not new at all. We ain't talking a couple years. This is, I'm reading right now. Well, the Lord destroyed a whole. Like, we're gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord destroyed a whole city. Matter of fact, give me we're gonna start with Leviticus 18 and 22. I'm gonna have you read a little bit, brother, too. I want you to give me Jude 1 and 7. And I'm gonna go to you. That's the last scripture I'm gonna read. So we're gonna start with Leviticus 18 and 22. I don't know, but before you read that, go back to really, we was done in Genesis. With everybody straight with the rainbow, right? You good with the rainbow? Everybody understand what is the significance of it? If not, don't be ashamed to ask questions. Everybody good? So we know what the rainbow for and why it was there. It's not for no gay stuff. Go ahead, sis. Okay, let's go back. Go back to Genesis 9, and we just gonna start with start at 13 right quick.
Come. Book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 13. I do set my boat in the cloud.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna give you a brief. So right after the flood, Noah and his sons, and Noah and his family, and the animals. You understand? The clean and unclean animals came off the ark. Well, the Lord gave them specific instructions when they came off the ark. Told them to be fruitful and multiply. Told them to, basically, you have dominion over the animals. You have dominion over the earth. The earth is yours. It's at your hands. You understand what I'm saying? Do what you're supposed to do with it. Don't do the wrong thing. Do the right things. Live. And he repeated again to be fruitful and multiply. That was the most important thing. The Lord had to say it twice. You understand? Be fruitful and multiply. And then he went on to start letting them know, okay, now I'm establishing my covenant with you, Noah and his family, right? He established a covenant with Noah and his family and a promise that he would not destroy the earth again by flood. He won't flood the whole earth again. Now, you might flood here and flood there, a city here and there, but he's not going to destroy all of us as a whole again. He did this already. So that's what this rainbow is coming to. We're going to start this. Go ahead, 13.
Come. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
So that's what that rainbow is. He said, I do set my bow in the cloud. It's to be a token for you and the earth. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 14. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud.
So that's why whenever when it's finna rain or whenever it rains, sometimes, not all the time, but a lot of times you can see it. It may not be in this city, it may be in another city. Sometimes you can see it over a span of 2 towns, depending on how close they are. But usually when it rains real hard, and it usually be a mixture of also a bunch of other stuff that goes on with the elements or whatever, you'll see a rainbow. Sometimes while it's raining, I've seen while it's raining, I've seen like the rain, you know what I'm saying? And then once it stopped raining, you don't see it no more. But I've seen it while it was raining as well. So that's just a token. That's the Lord putting it. That's when you see all them different colors in the sky. That's the Lord doing that. It's a token to show, okay, it's a sign. Like it's a promise saying I won't destroy this earth by water anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's going to destroy the earth. Like this earth, this will be destroyed, but not by water again. And that rainbow is that token of a sign for us. It's no different than when you look down and you see the fringes on your pants. When you see the fringes on your pants, what is that? What is that a sign for? Go ahead. Keep the law. Because guess what? You may be going through it one day. You may be, you know what I'm saying? The Lord may be putting, the Lord may be allowing Satan to test you. And you might be going through one of them Job moments where the Lord take it, like allow everything to be taken from you. You down on love, down on money. You ain't got nothing. You might start thinking like you was in the world. You know what I'm saying? In the world, you was robbing niggas. You was doing this. You was doing that. So you might have it on your mind, but I got to get it by any means today. And not even realizing that since you've been in this truth, you didn't put on fringes on every pair of pants you got, because that's what's going to happen. You've been in this truth long enough. Every pair of pants you got is going to have fringes on it. You understand? And guess what? You go outside, you put on a pair of pants, not even really thinking about the fringes. You about to go rob something. You look down, you see the fringes. You like, dang, I'm tripping. I'm out here wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hell no. I need to seek counsel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is me. I'm not saying that this is any brother. I'm just giving a hypothetical situation that what the fringes are for is to be a reminder to keep the law. These are not for fashion, even though, we make them look good. You understand? Because that's what we do. We Israelites. You understand? But they're not for fashion. That's why when brothers put them on the shirts and stuff like those fake, them Christians and stuff, them fake Israelites, they put them on the shirts and stuff. It's like they out here trying to, man, that ties in with the whole LGBT stuff. Like, it just looks like a dress. You can't tell. I mean, brother, like, when you come into the truth, you start seeing things in a different light. You know what I'm saying? When you're not in the truth, it's like you don't understand things. When you come into the truth, you start seeing it in a different light. When I was in the world before I found out about the UPK, like, I'm thank the Lord I never joined any other fake Israelite group. You know what I'm saying? I came straight into the UPK. That's it. But I did used to watch other videos. When I used to see the videos, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what the fringes are. And they got them on their shirt and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think nothing was wrong with it. I got in the truth. And let me tell you, you understand? I started seeing things different. That shirt started looking a little longer to me. Like, it started to look like a little skirt now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hell no, man, it don't look right. You understand? And I mean, it's not, that's not what fringes are for. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible will tell you specifically where to put them. That's why I love the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? I love the scripture because it tell you exactly where to put them. You're supposed to put them where the seam meets, not at the end of a garment. At the end, that's what the seam, that seam don't meet there. You need to put them in the borders where the seams meet each other, like on the side of your pants. If you look on the side of any pair of pants, there's a border where you see the stitching where it meets, going all the way down the pair of pants. That's where you put your fringes. It's supposed to be on the borders. Now, on a garment too. A shirt is not even a garment. That's something, a t-shirt. This is a t-shirt. This is really something that it's like you wear as underclothes. Like you would, okay, if it's cold outside, when you put on a t-shirt, what you gonna put over a t-shirt? Are you just gonna, if it's below 0 outside, are you just gonna go outside with a t-shirt? No. So if you wearing fringes on your shirt, how the hell your fringes gonna be seen? Because you're gonna be covering them up with a jacket because you're cold. Right? A jacket is for outer wear. A t-shirt is for inner wear. We just live in such a hot place where we turn t-shirts into outer wear because it's so hot. You know what I'm saying? But a t-shirt is not meant to be worn like that. A t-shirt is meant to be, okay, it's not unlawful to wear a t-shirt. Like, I don't want to like paint the wrong picture to y'all. Our customs, though, for fringes is not to be put on a t-shirt, because a t-shirt normally will be worn like, you think of, okay, they even had songs like t-shirt. I don't even want to go on there. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all get the point, right? You get what I'm saying. You wear your t-shirt like you would wear your underclothes, man. Like in the house, you're chilling, you got the t-shirt and your boxers, you know what I'm saying? You women t-shirt and y'all get the point, man. That's what that's for. Now you want to wear, we make t-shirts big enough nowadays to where you can wear them outside, but in a normal setting, biblical setting, our outer clothes, the scriptures say warlike apparel. So we wore garments. We wore warlike garments. You understand? And you wouldn't see the t-shirt under there. So it would be pointless even putting the fringes on that shirt. You want to put it on something that you would wear on your outer garment. You want to put on a vest, put the you know what I'm saying? Put the fringes on that edge right here, maybe across the back. You seen how our Gadite brothers, you know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters, how they wear their fringes. Like, a sister, you can put it on the bottom of a dress. It's a garment. You know what I'm saying? It's not a t-shirt. Y'all get the point, right? And the scriptures tell you this. So that's why we go so hard on, you know, brothers that the fake Israelites that's out the truth and they wearing them on the shirt. I'm gonna tell you, listen, the scriptures say, "Cry aloud, spare not." You understand? I'm gonna tell you in the harshest way possible that is homosexual. Because guess what? I want you to look at that and start questioning yourself. I want you to go in the mirror and look, like, it is a little too long, you know what I'm saying? But then I don't want a little shirt, but then this long, man, it do look like a dress, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Man, why do you have to put these fringes on? They look a little fluffy, man. I don't know. This ain't right. So eventually you're going to get to a point where you're going to be like, nah, fringes ain't on the bottom of the shirt, ain't it? But I can put them on these pants, though, and they look fly when I put them on these pants and they get the flapping in the wind, you understand? You put them on that trench coat or that vest and you see them flapping, you know what I'm saying? You look in the mirror, you be like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? That's how we wore our, you know what I'm saying? We didn't wear our stuff like that, man. We dressed up in warlike apparel, you understand? But that's just another going off topic again, you know what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is we got to stop all this homosexual activity. We got to stop perpetuating this. So that's what the rainbow is for. It's not for no fruity stuff. It's not like the LGBT, the white man took this and turned the whole epidemic into it. You know what I'm saying? It just ruined the whole rainbow. Like, I don't even like the rainbow. I don't like even other colors no more. I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? It just, if I see a girl with multiple colors on, I'm questioning, like, hey, says you. Because that's what you know what I'm saying? When you see that, you don't post it. Like if a sister wanted to wear one of them little rubber band things, wrist, you know them things that they wear, you can wear like a little rubber band. Like some brothers have it, like when they playing basketball, they have some for sisters too. Well, if you see a rainbow one, what's the first thing you gonna think? That sister, she one of those. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gonna think. But it shouldn't even be like that. Why can't she just be a girl and like all these colors? That might be the case. But the first thing we gonna think, she one of them, she Rainbow Coalition. She with the, you know what I'm saying? They take it over. Like, that's what we gonna think, man. And we gotta, that's not what it's for. That's not what the rainbow for. So you straight on with the, okay. So go to what I had to Leviticus 18 and 22. We just gonna touch on a couple of homosexual stuff and we're gonna get up out of here, man. That was a good question though, man, about that rainbow. That was an excellent question. Excellent question. That's something that, you know, we all need to know that this ain't no stuff that the homosexuals started. This is something that the Lord intended for his people as a covenant, man. And it's such a beautiful thing, man. Just like we look at pigeons. We look at pigeons as like the bottom of the totem pole for birds, right? Like you go up to Fiesta right here down the street, you understand what I'm saying? There be pigeons for you be trying to take them, get away, man. I ain't trying, don't feed them. Like you don't even want them around you because you look at them as like bottom feeders, like they the lowest of the totem pole birds. But guess what? Do you know that pigeon is the Lord's favorite bird? That Lord loves that pigeon. That's his favorite bird. And while we sitting there treating the pigeon like crap, and we glorify, we see a robin, oh, that's so beautiful. And we see the eagle and all these other crappy birds. You understand? Meanwhile, the Lord chose the pigeon over all of that. You understand? So we need to start understanding our true culture and what the Lord, you know, really wants us. Like America, are you thinking the eagle is the most prominent bird ever? This is the most beautiful and the most strongest and all of that, when the dove of all birds, the pigeon, is actually the quietest, is the one that the most meek. It don't really bother nobody. You don't see no pigeons attacking people. You understand? Like even though I think it was in a movie a long time ago where pigeons were attacked. That ain't even true. Pigeons don't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord's favorite bird, though. So just like you think a rose, you know what I'm saying? See how I get in the spirit? You may think a rose is the most beautiful thing on earth. Well, guess what? The Lord don't love them. I ain't gonna say he don't love the rose, but he don't favor the rose. What do he favor? Go ahead. He favored the lily. So the lily is more like, but guess what? America, how you believe him? Hey, buy your woman some roses. That's the best thing you can give your woman. A gift. You give her roses. Oh, you in the door now. Well, meanwhile, if you take your time and find some lilies, you know what I'm saying? She a sister. She should appreciate that more because that's the Lord's favorite flower. You know, contrary to what Christians will tell you, the Lord do have favorites. Just like a man has favorites with his wives. It's just, it's nothing wrong with it. It's biblical. How the hell a man can't have favorites, even with children? Parents don't like to admit it. I'm just going to, you know, hey, I keep it real in my household. The house I have now, we keep it real. You understand? Parents are going to have favorites. And 10 out of 10 times, the best acting child is usually the favorite. The one that don't give them problems, the one they ain't got to yell at, the one that they know that's going to go do their work in school, do what they're supposed to do, that's the one that's going to be the favorite. That's the one that's going to get most of the perks. Now, the parent would love for the other children to, you know, try to step up their game and try to proclaim the throne as the favorite. But, you know, it don't always happen like that. I mean, parents don't like to admit it. But listen, hey, like I said, in the house of Havana, we keep it real. You want to be a favorite, you got to earn. You know what I'm saying? You can earn it. It's possible. But, you know, you have favorites just like the Lord has a favorite. He has a favorite everything. And he also has a favorite people. And guess what? His people, his favorite people are being treated like the scum of the earth right now. They're treating us like we are the bottom feeders. They're treating us like we're at the bottom of the totem pole when that is not what the Lord intended. The Lord intended us to be above all people, not equal to or below. We are the best thing that's walking this earth right now. We are keeping the grass green. We are keeping the flowers growing. We are keeping the sun shining on this earth. We are the reason why the Lord hasn't destroyed this place yet, because we are, you know what I'm saying? We are here. We built America on our backs. We are what made America what it is. So when you hear the term make America great again, it never was great. We made it what it was. We made it what it is now. You understand, as far as the beauty and when you see these buildings downtown, who built those buildings? Our Israelite brothers and sisters. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't see too many niggas. You don't see too many, you know what I'm saying, Judites. I'm be honest. You're going to see them hard-working Israelite brothers, you understand, that for low pay. Because you know what? Because they don't have nothing. They oppressing them at the border. So guess what? They give them a little money, you know, buy them a beer or so. They'll build you a whole goddamn skyscraper. You understand? That's the beauty in our people, man. We work horses. They white people lazy. They ain't finna do this work. That's why they had us picking the cotton. They weren't finna get out there and do that. You understand? They put us out there. And they can't stand the sun. We can go out there work hours in the sun. We ain't gonna get to, we already black. You know what I'm saying? The sun ain't doing nothing at this point but helping our skin. You let a white person go out there. That's why I can't wait till the kingdom come. Because I'm gonna have they gonna be out there sunburning. Oh, I don't give a damn. The skin, I hope their skin fall off their face. You understand? Out there cutting grass with their teeth. So that's what they're gonna be doing in my yard in the kingdom. I'm gonna make them suffer. You understand? No sun, no shalom, no suntan lotion. You understand? But back to what I was saying, man, we're the greatest people to walk the earth, man. And the Lord favors us over all people. You understand? So there's nothing wrong with having favors, man. So let's get back. Let's finally get to this homosexual stuff, man, before I keep going on, because I will. Salakia.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
It says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. As with womankind. You ain't nowhere in hell you should be looking at another man like you're a woman. You should not be laying down trying to have sex with another man like it's a woman. This is what the scripture said, man. And not only is it disgusting to even think about it, like it is totally against the Lord. It's an abomination against the Lord, man. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. That LGBT, PQ, ST, whatever the hell it is, the Lord is not with that, man. The Lord is totally against that. You understand? So why you letting people pressure you to be accepting of that? Hell no. You understand? Don't let that. Don't let the nah. You know what I'm saying? We might be having some technical difficulties on I.S.U.P.K. Let me check it out real quick in a second. Let's see. It's a lock here. It still say we live, so I don't really know. Yeah, it's still showing we live, so don't even mess with it. Me too. So until I see otherwise, you understand. We still live on the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge fan page. So back to what I was saying, man. You understand? You're not supposed to lie with mankind like with womankind, man. That is an abomination unto the Lord. Keep reading.
Come on. It is abominable. It is abomination.
It's right there. You understand? It is an abomination, man. All this homosexual, they got a whole month dedicated to this. Can y'all think about this, man? They got a whole month dedicated to that lets you know how much they care about so-called Black history. They got a whole month dedicated to Black History Month. Then turn around and have a whole month dedicated to LGBTQ LGBTQ pride or whatever, that means they put you on the same, like they care about black people as much as they're perpetuating this gay agenda, knowing that, and then have the nerve to put on the dollar bill, "In God we trust." You understand? You see how wicked that is, man? But that lets you know that that's not God. Is the God that they're talking about is power. It's not talking about the Most High. Go ahead.
If I could, sir.
Yeah, go ahead real quick.
I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, the whole LGBT and the environmental movement join forces. You know, and then next thing you know is bestiality now.
Oh, that's already listen, that's already happening. They already they're already trying to be in correlation with pedophiles. You understand? They're already trying to make pedophilia a part of the whole LGBT movement, LGBTQ. So it's gonna be LGBTQ. Is there another letter I'm missing? They're gonna add P to it. What else? It's probably gonna add, before you know it, it's gonna be the whole alphabet. They're gonna come up with something. You understand? It's gonna be long as hell. You understand? But that's exactly what they're doing. They are, you know, that's what they're doing, man. They're putting all this stuff together, and at the end of the day, they're gonna push all this agenda, and you know, our people are following after this, man. And what that is not only are you doing an abominable thing unto the Lord, but you're turning that into a god. You're turning that into something that you worship. That gay flag, that pride flag, you're turning that into God. This I don't know if this computer is actually plugged up into the right thing, because it's saying it's not. So make sure that's plugged up. We don't want it to go dead. But you basically worshiping a god. That it all come back to, like, they had gay god, like the white man, like all that's pagan. You understand? Like they worshiping homosexual gods and stuff like that, man. All of that is like it's all of the heathen. That's not our culture. You understand? Is there some more on that?
No,
give me Leviticus 20 and 13. And you got Jude 1 and 7, right? Just hold what you got. Give me Leviticus 20 and 13. It's too hard, not wrong.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
If a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
Both of them have committed an abomination, man. You got two men coming together trying to you know, make a fire, and you got two women. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, it's not gonna work. You cannot. Like, that is an abomination unto the Lord. And the Lord sees both of y'all as committing that act, man. It's not right. It's not biblical. Is there some more on that?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall what?
Surely be put to death.
The Lord is going to kill y'all for following after this LGBTQ stuff, P stuff. You understand? The Lord going to kill you, man. You shall, the Lord, it say you might get put to death.
They shall surely be put to death.
You shall surely be put to death, man. You are committing an abomination against the Lord with all that homosexual stuff, man. The Lord hates that. You understand? You shall surely be put to death. And I'm gonna close it out with the next scripture. Is some more on that?
A little bit more.
Go ahead.
Their blood shall be upon them.
That blood gonna be on them. They made their choice. They made their bed. They lied in it. That's what's gonna happen, man. So if you out here committing this atrocious abomination to the Lord, man, that blood is gonna be on you. You are gonna die by your own hands. It says the life has been ended on that. No sweat. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I had a point. I want to make sure if I could, if you have time.
Real quick.
Come on, sorry. General Muhammad brought this out last week.
Mm-hmm.
How being gay or being homosexual is directly linked with pedophilia. Mm-hmm. So just because somebody molested you when you was younger, it still gives you no right to carry on being a homosexual or saying this is the way I should live or
right.
I should be like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to fight against that and become new.
Right.
You know, that's what I
want to say. You know, they just try to use that as an excuse. And nobody, of course, you understand, rape is something that we need to, you know, take serious and understand the results from it. But at the same time, you still have a choice. Like, so just because your family member was killed, you're going to go out and kill somebody else's family member when you grow up? Like, that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? You still have a choice to do that. You still can choose not to go take a life. You understand? It's the same concept. So just because something happened to you while you were young, now you want to grow up and be a homosexual and blame that as a reason why you're homosexual. And really what you're doing when you do that, really what you're doing is you're trying to, really what they're doing is they see that as some type of fad, or like, it's like with anything, it's like a trend, it's like a lifestyle. You change into that, and then now you want to validate that by saying, okay, well, yeah, I was raped or molested when I was young. I was this and that. So now this is as a result from that. No, you don't use a situation that happened to you, a serious situation that happened to you, to justify breaking the Lord's law. That's not right. You understand? Period. We do understand that, right? Give me Jude 1:7 real quick so we can end it up. Nice and loud for me if you could. Oh, you got the microphone. Go ahead.
Book of Jude, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah.
Make sure you tell them chapter and verse.
So the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 7.
There we go.
Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication.
Hold on right there. It says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, meaning all the little surrounding cities and towns, doing the same thing that they were doing. Go ahead. Giving themselves over to fornication. Now, what is fornication? Let me see if I can get somebody new. Anyone of the sisters want to? No? Go ahead.
Unlawful sex.
Unlawful sex. Now, another form of fornication could be with the spirit, too. You can also, when you sin against the Most High, that's fornicating against the Lord. Because, like, what the Lord's relationship with Israel is like a husband to a wife. You understand? When we go against the Most High, that's like committing fornication against the Most High. It's like you sinning against the Lord. That's also a form of fornication. But the main form of fornication, or one of the mostly noted forms of fornication, is unlawful sex. Go ahead.
Also worshiping other gods.
Right, worshiping other gods. That's definitely, that's listen, that's probably the biggest fornication against the Most High. Because if you go into the commandments, the 10 commandments, that's the first commandment. Like he says, thou shalt have no other gods before me, for I am a jealous God. You understand? We understand the Lord is a jealous God. You understand? Like his relationship with us is like a husband to a wife. You don't want us going out, worshiping other gods. He's our God. He made that clear to us when he destroyed the whole earth with a flood. He's our God. He is to be respected as such, and he is to be feared. You understand? So that's how you feel with that. So that's what fornication is. In this manner, it was really, Sodom and Gomorrah was actually committing fornication in all ways, not just unlawful sex, but also committing fornication. They were worshiping other gods. They was, just doing all type of wicked manner. The same thing that's going over here in America. So picture America, but just back then. It's the same thing. Nothing. The scriptures say there's no new thing under the sun. So just how Sodom and Gomorrah was, that's just how America is. And guess what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah? He destroyed that place. So guess what he's going to do to America? He's going to destroy this place. It's no different. The Lord does not change. We do understand that, right? So how he felt about Sodom and Gomorrah, he feels the same way about America. Keep reading.
And going after strange flesh.
You're going after strange flesh. You understand? You going after, you out here, you understand, committing adultery. You out here sleeping with heathens. You understand? You doing a whole bunch of abominable things. That's strange flesh. You're living in the flesh. You're not living in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You're in the world. You're not in the truth. You're going after strange flesh. You understand? Eating abominable foods, doing all these things unto the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Are set forth an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Sodom and Gomorrah was an example for us, man. And we need to understand that. It says, are set forth, you understand, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example. He destroyed that place. We need to look at that and understand, okay, well, look, they were doing all that in Sodom and Gomorrah, and that was wicked unto the Lord. He hated that. And he destroyed that place for that. So that's how we need to use that as an example. Every time we see this wickedness going on over here in America, we need to look at that and say, well, the same thing that we're doing. Just like right now, reminding you by reading Jude 1 and 7, you should keep this bookmark. You understand? Because anytime you see any abomination going on, Jude 1 and 7. Sodom and Gomorrah was an example, man. And how did the Lord destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Read what it said after example.
suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. The Lord destroyed that place with fire. You understand? Suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. And guess how he's going to destroy this place? How are you going to destroy this place? Go ahead.
Fire,
with fire. Anybody know the precept? Nobody know the precept offhand? Nobody? It's the wall. I ain't going to make y'all go into it, man. The Lord is going to destroy this place with fire. You understand? We need to get ourselves together now, man. We need to make sure we can do anything in our power to raise up this nation, man, to be the great nation that the Lord intended for it to be. And to also wake our people up because, and then we need to have patience with our people that's in the world, because guess what? You were in the world at one point too. The Lord could have just, you know what I'm saying, sent Christ and the angels to come back while you was in the world, before you had a chance to come into the truth. The Lord have mercy on you to come into the truth. We should have mercy also on our brothers and sisters that's not in the truth. That even with the ones that mock us and all these things, the Lord gonna deal with that. That don't stop you from doing the work of the Lord. You going out there fishing. You understand? Have patience with our people, man. We destroy it. So of course we're gonna, I thought the worst of the I.S.U.P.K. before I got into the truth. I used to just listen to what I didn't know nothing about it. I used to hear what these fake Israelites was telling me. You know what I'm saying? I used to. Before I close it, I'm gonna give a little story. Before I got into the I.S.U.P.K., when I had the spirit, I found out I was an Israelite. I was watching a lot of, IUIC at first. I'm gonna be honest, I was watching it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's like a horrible crime and this is horrible. You understand? But I was watching them. And what made me stop watching them is when I first seen a video where they said, "Who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin?" And this was fresh. Trayvon Martin had just passed, got killed or whatever. And I took that real, like, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? When Trayvon Martin died, it really hit home. I took that. It really got to me. I watched the scene over and over. I just couldn't stop watching. I couldn't stop. For months, I was analyzing all the information that was being put out on that topic, and it bothered me. And then in the meanwhile, I'm watching these Israelite videos, right? Then I watched the video where the brother was like, "Who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin?" I'm like, what the hell? What you mean? Who the hell cares? I care. What is this? And then they got the, it completely made me stop watching them. I'm like, hell no, I don't know what the hell he talking about. I care about Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin could have been my son. Could have been, you know what I'm saying? That's our people just getting killed like that. So, long story short, I stopped watching them. Then so happened after, how the suggested videos pop up on YouTube. So the next suggested video was an I.S.U.P.K. video. And I started watching them brothers, and I was like, and there was no turning back. You understand? I seen a video with Commander General YAHANNA where he was breaking down how the school started, how everything was happening. I'm like, man, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is where I belong. You know what I'm saying? And I still didn't come right away, but the Lord had mercy on me. He could have closed the door. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord had mercy on me to allow me to come into the truth. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't always, I was in the world watching videos and things. I was a internet-alike. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm Israelite. Yeah, I'm an Israelite. I'm at home trying to read about it, tell my family about it and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I was not in the truth. You understand? So, long story short, man, we need to get it together while we can. People had mercy on me to bring me into because I had questions. Oh, trust and believe. I had a million questions. Like I'm one of those. I'm one of them people. You can't just tell me anything. You gotta listen. You gotta make me believe. I gotta see it for myself. I've been through too much, and I'm too smart for that. So I ask questions. I need you to have and let every question that I had either got answered by me watching somebody else ask the question and they answered it, or I asked it directly and got an answer for it. But no one time did anybody stumble on my questions. They were like, no sweat. That's all I used to do. No sweat, Doc. No sweat. No sweat. Like, I'm like, dang, how you just answer it like that? No sweat. Like, it was just no problem. You understand? And now I see why. Because the Lord is with the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA, man. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Trooper Ron for the security announcement, man. Before he get up here, make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord, ISUPK.com. Click the donation link. Pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. Those tithes go to, you know what I'm saying, helping the whole nation of Israel. The Commander General YAHANNA does so much for this nation, man. He houses brothers. We got the prison program where we go into the prisons and talk to the inmates and wake them up. You understand? We got food programs, food drives. You understand? The Commander General YAHANNA building schools all over the nation, man. We're gonna be starting up, you know what I'm saying, a school out there. If I'm not mistaken, out there in Brazil. We everywhere. We in Canada. We in the UK. We over here in the States. We everywhere. You understand? With that tithe money, That's what the Commander General YAHANNA does, man. He helped build this nation, and that's the type of leader that you want, that I'm proud to serve under, and Most High in Christ for him, and all the captains and the generals, the captains and the officers in the school, and the troopers in the school, man, and the sisters too, and the students, you understand? Most High in Christ for them. And with that, man, pass the class over to Trooper Ron for the security announcements.
We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayasharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Feast of First Fruits, which starts after the Sabbath of unleavened bread, which was sundown, Sunday, April 28, 2019. Count 50 days. Only celebrate the 50th day.
What upcoming feast was that?
Feast of First Fruits, sir.
That was in April?
It started the Sabbath of unleavened bread.
Oh, yeah, and it goes on until, okay, go ahead.
Khan.
We have another one coming up, though, right? I believe we have
First Fruits. That's the one. That's the one.
That's the closing of it?
Khan.
Okay, go ahead.
Count 50 days. Only celebrate the 50th day, which is Monday, June 17th, 2019. Start before sundown. Out of the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 through 22. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And these are the security announcements.
All right, shalom, y'all, bashim yashah, barakatah to the brothers. Shalom, y'all, shemalatah, bashim yashah to the sisters.
I just want to see my enemies fall. Yeah.